Good evening. My name is Jalen Truitt. After I deliver my speech, I'm in hopes that you will have a better understanding to why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. On May 5th of this year, a group of friends and I decided to celebrate Cinco de Mayo at our favorite Mexican restaurant. My friends wanted to take advantage of the drink specials, and I took advantage of eating my favorite cuisine. Towards the end of the evening, one of my friends stood up to make a toast. He ended his long toast with, "This is for Mexico's Independence Day." That one statement led me to wonder how many people actually understand the reason why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. First and foremost, Cinco de Mayo is not the Mexican Independence Day. Their Independence Day is on September the 16th. Cinco de Mayo is not a federal holiday in Mexico and is pretty much celebrated mostly around the region surrounding the city of Puebla due to the Battle of Puebla. You see, in 1861, a newly elected president, Benito Juarez, took office with the country in financial ruins. He was pretty much forced to default on the country's debt to Spain, Britain, and France. All three of those countries sent their mighty naval forces to Mexico to demand a reimbursement. Two of the countries, however, was able to negotiate terms, and they quickly withdrew the country. Those two countries were Britain and Spain. France, on the other hand, had other plans. They were led by Napoleon III, who wanted to take the opportunity to establish a monarchy there in Mexico. The French began their campaign by attacking the city of Veracruz, which led the country's government as well as the president to retreat. After capturing that city, they then planned to attack a city called Puebla de Los Angeles. No, I'm not referring to Los Angeles, California, but a small town in east central Mexico. The fate of the city was in the hands of General Zaragoza. I'm pretty sure I jacked his name up. But he had roughly 2,000 poorly equipped and poorly trained soldiers who were committed to stand their ground to fight for their country. On May 5th, they were vastly outnumbered by a more superior force of 6,000 troops from the French. On May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, the battle began on daybreak, and by the end of the evening, the French retreated. During that time, this was a huge morale victory in Mexico. This was truly a celebration of the underdogs. Now, you may ask, what does this event have anything to do with the United States? Well, during the Battle of Puebla, the United States were actually going through a civil war. If the French would have won the Battle of Puebla, they would have had the opportunity to resupply the Confederates in the South with more men, food, and possibly more ammunition and weapons. Now, with that being said, you have to ask yourself, where would our great country be if that would have occurred? In conclusion, I think it's only fair to say a proper toast. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to have a glass or a drink right next to you, will you please raise your glasses or a drink? To the brave Mexican soldiers who face a more superior force with bravery and courage, who at the time would rather die fighting than to give up their homeland, we celebrate their victory, which unknowingly helped establish the United States of America. Who wouldn't drink to that? Toast. Thank you.